It's Beth with fasttech.com, and today we're going to be installing these RST PX1 springs on our 2016 Camaro SS. So these springs will give us an estimated 1.5-inch drop in our Camaro SS. When you order these springs from us, you'll get 2 for the front and 2 for the rear. So it's a full set of springs that come with a red powder coated finish. They're designed to give you a better handling performance and an improved overall appearance. These springs will fit the Camaro SS or ZL1 in any 2016 or up Camaro. If you haven't done so already, go ahead and hit the like and subscribe button for me. First, use your 10mm socket to pop out your wheel speed sensor. Next, you need to disconnect the brake line since it's attached to the strut. You'll need a 10mm ratchet. Now you want to remove your sway bar link with your 18mm socket. Now we're going to remove the 2 bolts from the lower strut. This is a 24mm socket for the nut and a 21mm wrench for the bolt. If you have trouble removing your lower strut bolts, you might need to use a hammer to tap them out. After removing the strut bolts, make sure and support the knuckle so it doesn't fall down. Now we're going to remove the top strut bolts. There will be 3 13mm bolts. Make sure and hold on to your strut so it doesn't fall down. You need to use a spring compressor to compress the new spring so it fits in place. Once you have the spring compressed, remove the top strut mount bolt with an 18mm socket. Once you have your RST spring compressed, make sure and line it up and put the nut back in and tighten it down. Now that you have your RST spring mounted on your strut assembly, you could go ahead and install the strut assembly back into your Camaro. Next, repeat the same steps on the other side. Now let's move on to the rear. We need to loosen our rear trailing arm. To do this, we're going to start with the inside bolt using an 18mm socket and 18mm wrench. Now that you've removed the inside bolt, go ahead and remove the 2 outer bolts, which are also going to be 18mm. With the bolts removed, you can go ahead and swing your rear trailing arm out of the way. Now we're going to remove our lower control arm bolt and nut. You'll need an 18mm wrench and a 15mm socket. Keep in mind that if you have trouble getting this bolt out, you may need to use a pry bar. Now we're going to remove the lower shock bolt with our 18mm socket. Use a jack to hold your lower control arm while you remove the bolt. Using a 21mm wrench, go ahead and loosen the lower control arm inner bolt and drop it out of the way. Now your factory spring should slide out. Now that you have your factory spring removed, you're going to want to transfer the spring isolator over to your RST springs. Now you can replace the spring. Raise the jack until your holes are aligned for your shocks. Then go ahead and tighten everything back up. Now repeat the same steps on the other side. Don't forget, now that you have your springs installed in your 2016 Camaro SS, to go ahead and get it in alignment. Thanks for watching.